Hello, guys. This is Prashant again. It's been quite a long time since we interacted. So I thought, why not just come down and have a little conversation. Today, I basically want to discuss a couple of things regarding narcissism again. That is where I kind of left earlier. So I thought, why not just, begin my conversation and kind of take it a little ahead. So, talking of narcissism, today I will be talking about narcissism and communication, and narcissism and misuse of the process of the law. So, that is the main agenda of the talking today. Talking of narcissism and communication. Well, these narcissistic, aka also known as evil entities or creatures, these people are, my goodness, these people are just kind of out of the way, out of this world, and I'm not even sure why on this planet these people exist. Having said that, well, it's a kind of a personality trait that these people kind of possess. So, talking of narcissism in the context of possession of these personality traits, to understand this, let's understand how do these personality traits comes into picture, come into existence. Now, let's imagine a spectrum. Let's let me just kind of just put it in a very simple terms. Let's imagine a scale on the scale of 1 to 10 scale, which has the marking of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 being the highest, um, and 0 being the lowest. So how do these personalities come into existence? Suppose, for example, somebody who scores very high on the number 10, which means a narcissist is born because they have either been very much pampered in their life, very much, given, I mean, s- golden spoon fed kind of a child, or on the other hand, on the zero side, the child has been abandoned completely. So yeah, these are the predisposed factors where that gives a rise to the narcissistic sort of personality traits. Now, how the I'm making this particular claim because I've gone through a lot of literature reading and general articles and a couple of researchers lately. So this is a kind of thing that narrows down to this particular claim that I'm trying to kind of put into, along with my personal experience with these narcissistic people who have kind of came to my life and what I was able to observe so far. So this is my observation so far. Now, talking of these two factors, either the person has been pampered overly or has been abandoned completely. So these are the two factors that give rise to these sort of personality factors relating to narcissism. Now, talking of narcissism, coming back to the point, narcissism and communication. So narcissist people, they do not communicate. They kind of order, not order, but on the light where, suppose for example, we have a normal communication with a normal human being. How does that process of communication looks like? So, for example, I'm talking to you, or you're talking to me. You will provide me your point. I will provide you my point. We might agree to each other. We might, there might be a conflict with each other. But however, we are having a to and fro exchange of information. So that is how the process of communication works. However, with the narcissist, how it works is you have to listen to them all the time. If you're not listening to them, how, as long as you're listening to them, and you're following their orders, whatever they're saying. So it has to be, everything has to be on the lines of following them. If you're following them, everything is well and good, everything is fine, it's a smooth sort of conversation. However, wherever you kind of disapprove or disagree with their claim or point of view, that is where the conflict happens. Now, for example, if a narcissist is telling me, narcissist and me are having a conversation regarding, I want to have a coconut ice cream, or maybe I want to have a vanilla ice cream. So a narcissist would be like, no, 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 you should have vanilla ice cream, not the coconut ice cream. And if I agree to that, yeah, yeah, sure, whatever you prefer, I'll have whatever you like. That's perfectly right. That will be a good sort of communication ground with them. However, if I kind of deflect myself from having that vanilla ice cream and wants to have my coconut ice cream, that is where the problem starts. So that is like the kind of process working with narcissist people. So that is one. I mean, the basic point is that the conflict happens because you have to agree with them, because they are the know-it-all people. They are the most amazing people in the world. They know everything. As per them, they live in a sort of delusional sort of kind of world. According to them, they are God. They know everything. You are just a mere sort of, just a human being, kind of like, okay, whatever kind of thing. And if they're talking to you, then you are very, you're kind of on a line where you're the luckiest person having to interact with such people. So that is one, unfortunately. And this kind of thing mostly happens because narcissists, in the head of the narcissist, they don't live in reality. They have a kind of, they live in a delulu sort of delusional sort of kind of world where they know everything. So whom are these people really interact with? Majority of the times, do they even listen to anybody? Yes, they do. The person who is sitting on top of them, in a sense, in the position financially better than them, they will be listening to them, following orders. However, there will be a conflict in their head, then why am I listening to them? There will be a time in the future where they'll try to take over that person somehow or the other. That is a kind of sort of trait of their delusional sort of thinking. So that is how the conversation with a narcissist work. Now, coming to a different topic, talking of law, abuse of law, abuse of the process of the law. Now, with these people, they are they are amazing manipulators, egoistic people, confident, false confidence is can be found within them, and they are the great manipulators of all time. They know how to manipulate. For example, let's say there's a salesman, and the salesman has to sell a product just to earn a little commission over that product. They will do everything in their power to sell it. If they even have to lie about it, it's not a problem for them. It's completely fine. They will do it at any cost possible. The end agenda is just to make the profit. It doesn't matter if the product is of use to the person whom they are selling it to. It doesn't matter. So that is how they overpower the communication. Anyway, moving to the process of law, abuse of law. So as they are great manipulators, these people will misuse the law. For example, if they are hurt verbally, mentally, emotionally, in the context where court says this is wrong, they feel as the court is against them. They have this provision or the power to think that uh, they are entitled and hold an uttermost high sort of level of thinking. Therefore they are God. Therefore they are right, and everybody is wrong. That is their kind of thing. So they misuse the law. I mean, how do they misuse the law? Well, they will try to delay everything, no matter what. No matter what. It is their it is their agenda, it is their whatever you want to call it. It is just they will delay the thing. They will make sure everything is being abused in the law, everything has been utilized in the law, irrespective whether they are right or wrong, doesn't matter. Most of the times, at least 95% of the times, they are wrong, and they will make sure that they utilize all the sources to harass somebody on the either side. Well, if the person on the either side is kind of a holds a weak sort of mentality, or weak in any aspect of life, then probably they might lose that sort of war with them. However, if they found somebody who is of their level or a little higher than them, then that is where the game begins, because the other person is challenging them all the time. That is where these people comes on the ground. However, they know they have this power of misusing and manipulating and things like that. It's a very lengthy, long, hefty procedure to deal with these kind of narcissistic idiots. That is the right word I would like to use for these people. So that is what it is mostly. It's a really unfortunate situation that people have to deal with such. However, see, the thing is, I wouldn't call it unfortunate. Unfortunate, I would say, if you came across somebody who holds this kind of narcissistic personality in their life, I hope you're not related to them in any way. You just have to. I mean, I hope and I pray that you just have to deal with them in a moment of life, because these, if they are a part of your life permanently, then it's a problem. I mean, you will always be stressed, you will always be manipulated, your emotions will always be suppressed, you will not be able to express yourself in any way possible. And that is a kind of stressful situation, or like a sort of a negative sort of stressed situation that you will be living your life throughout. That is not good. However, if you happen to meet a narcissist for a couple of years in your life, and then you're like breaking off with them somehow or the other, maybe at the workplace, maybe a, a, a ruined marriage, or a ruined rubbish partner, if you happen to have these people in your life for a short period of time, then it's really a very advantageous and a learning curve that allows somebody it experiencing with these people changes life. They bring the emotional maturity in the other person, honestly speaking. So it is a con and a boom at the same time, both same. I mean, when you're going through it, it's a hell, but then when you're out of it, it's a boon. It's amazing. Like, you are on the next level of life. You're you kind of this Maslow hierarchy of needs, you kind of reach near to this point of self actualization. So that is how it functions as per what I have observed and I have experienced so far. Anyway, so yeah, that is what I wanted to share today. If there's anything else you would like me to talk about, I would be happy to do that on this particular topic. If you haven't seen my videos on narcissism, I would really encourage you to uh, watch my narcissism video on Narcissism 101, introduction sort of kind of video, and it'll give you an insight how they are and how it works. And if you happen to deal with such people, the best kind of remedy that I can provide you here is just let it be, enjoy and experience it, learn from it. Don't be distressed. There's no point. The more you'll be distressed, it'll give more power to the narcissist, and it'll just ruin everything for yourself, because narcissists are somebody, they are living, they don't care. You're just like a menial object in front of them, mere human being. Who gives a f anyway? So don't take them seriously. They are just let them out, just throw them out, and just kind of hear their blah 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 blah, and you're like, okay, fine, whatever. You have a precious life. You live your life as you would like to live your life, to the full potential possible, And if you're dealing with such people, learn from them. Not the negative points, the positive points. The positive is, don't ignore them all the time. They don't deserve it. They don't deserve it, honestly. Anyway, good to talk to you, and I hope to see you again very soon. See you. Bye bye.